Alright. Looks like everything's working. Much is good at least. Good evening all. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll give it a few minutes before I attempt to explain what the streaming situation will be. I see you like your rat jam, Ski. I'm glad you've embraced it in its entirety. So, while waiting for things to get flowing proper. Couldn't stream this for a bit, but also couldn't do much of anything in it because of where we left off. We did a few things with the fairy village. Mostly used Monopolize to get the rest of the party caught up on levels. And little odds and ends like that. Haven't actually gone anywhere and couldn't do any fishing. Well, for the new stuff. So, kept that about the same. See, how's the game volume compared to me? It sounds louder than I remember. Then again, I might just pull up. Okay, as long as I'm clear. So as far as this is going to go, we're going to go ahead and proceed with the story as far as we can in this session. For reasons revolving around my schedule. So, since we're mostly going to be taking care of trash while we're progressing, to explain the situation, and this is probably going to come up both here and on the Underrail session if I can get one out tonight, since I'll cover both of my bases. Things have been complicated and rough since last year, and been mostly managing, but another recent thing, rather, the change of schedule for the weekend came with a revelation on Saturday, and at least in the near future, streaming is probably going to become a rarity. I had an opening today, so I want to at least try to get something out to keep the exports to YouTube going. So, as far as streaming is concerned, I do want to at least finish this on stream. That will not be tonight, for the record. And I want to try to finish Underrail on stream. Because I started them on stream, I'd like to get those two specifically done while streaming. So rather than picking up Iconoclasts, the next priority will be wrapping up Breath of Fire, and then wrapping up Underrail. We still have a few sessions left of this, and I will still be alternating between them as I can. But that's the general plan. As for what I'll be doing for content creation, if I can keep doing that while balancing everything else, I'm probably going to prioritize or just completely move over to YouTube for the time being. I can do shorter sessions or make single sessions into multiple parts there with just a little more work. But we will see. Also speed boots. Which we're going to go ahead and equip, actually. So... this probably has, including this one, at least 4 sessions remaining. That might be a conservative guess. I do not know when the next times I'll be able to stream will be. If I can get out 2 today, it'll be this and Underrealm. Okay, that was a really long time. But, we'll do what we can. So, for the people that view this later on YouTube, nothing's really going to change for you, hopefully. Maybe a delay here or there. For the ones on Twitch, follow me on Twitter to keep track of anything going on for me, or just hop over to YouTube and subscribe there, and you'll be able to keep track of anything I do there. But that's enough of that. We're going to make the best of things and do as well as we can on progress. I also, during the off-screen time, managed to set up some things for the Dragon Genes. I think when we get a decent forward-facing combat, I'll show off a couple of the forms that I've set to the fusion history, which is a feature that I actually haven't bothered showing off yet, so that'll be a good thing to pull up in a minute. But because Ryu is like lightning right now, fast and fierce, we're not going to have many problems with the enemies here. Blitz is honestly busted for what it is. Oh, should have used a fusion, or keep saying fusion. I should have used Ascension there. That was a good angle. I think that's the exit. That is the exit. Let's exit real quick and then loop back in, because I want to say there's something important there. Could be wrong, could be the next area. But at the very least, there is treasure, and the threats are minimal. So... yeah, we've already done all the normal fusion stuff. You know, you punch in everything, and you go from there, right? If you go to data, you'll have your 6 previous gene combinations, and if you push square, you can put it in your best/favorites. So this is a good way that once you've found special ones, that you can just slap them here for quick access. So we're going to open up with Tiamat, which is a unique one, and honestly, looks pretty neat. Similar to the Behemoth and the Mana, it takes up all of your party slots. This form is unique in that, if I recall correctly, it is completely immune to status effects. which there are ways of addressing status effects, but I mean, hey, if you need something quick and simple, there you go. Doesn't bring much to the table other than that, but it does have a fair amount of HP and a nice new breath attack. But if you find a form that you really like and it's not situational, because, I don't know, elemental combination for a boss fight or something, the data and then best does allow you to just have everything set up and ready to go. There we go, had a good angle. So Myrmidon's basically warrior. We'll go ahead and use that in a second. Unfortunately, the hybrids are largely party-based, and if I recall correctly, the current party is a dud both ways. Which we've already shown off Ray's anyway. That's how we get Ray's super combo. His super fusion, I believe. This one is Momo's, that is Pico's, and that is Nina's. So we'll go ahead and show off Mammoth, which is just a better behemoth. And that is a correct HP display. It literally takes your health and multiplies it by 10. It hit really hard. I would have figured he'd have more defense than that. Unfortunately, Mammoth doesn't have much going for him. He has his Meteor Strike, which, based on health, would be ridiculously powerful here, and Giant Growth, which I believe this is the only way you can make use of it, is through Dragon Forms, which just inflate and give him a bonk. You typically see Gongers or Gong Heads, the blue spiky ball enemies that we haven't seen in forever. Those are the main ones that use those, so it's basically just an AoE attack. It's nothing super special about it. But because we did speed level everybody else in the group, there will be quite a master run once we get the ability to do them again, learning new skills. I believe that's immunity or resistance to blindness. Just resistance. Alright, I might have been wrong. It might be the next area that has an important item. We'll do one more curve towards the right side, and then we'll leave and head on to the next place. Regarding examining enemies, we actually picked up a few abilities since, well, I was catching everybody up. We picked up Timed Blow from the little, like, flying unicorn goat head things. That is an ability that reduces your health to 1, but deals damage to the target equal to the amount of health you had at the time of use. -1, I believe. Gave that one to Pico, because Pico's health is kind of ridiculous. Other than that, a few sacrifice moves. There's an AP relocation ability. Oh, we picked up Disembowel from the Assassins, so we're technically done with Onion now. And we also picked up Target from the Assassins as well. Assassins aren't really a huge threat on their own. Disembowel has an extremely poor success rate. It reduces your health to 1. What is noteworthy is they will use Disembowel and then typically follow up with Target, which has an increased chance to hit. Lower damage, but if you don't heal between them, you're done. Just done. You're dead. So... we'll go with Myrmidon, since that's the more interesting of the two. And then if we get another one while we're here, we'll show off Wildfire. So Myrmidon is the special warrior form. You'll see why in a moment. So you get literally every strike in the game. You get Aura, which is just double power with Holy Attribute. And then of course you have your own unique breath attack. We're not too worried about all of these because we've used them or will use them at some point. So we'll use our breath here. Which is just a nuke going off. Which might have been shown off... No, I don't think Warrior had it, so... As you can see, his attack power is through the roof, like it would be in the normal warrior form. As for why I have so much Zenny, still have Gar equipped with the Midas Stone. Okay, I think that is everything here, so we will head out. And been stealing light clothing from the Assassins and silver mail from those multi-pots. Really great source of Zenny when you sell all that extra gear. Now, Wildfire... I think the air was making a weird sound. I'll have to look at it later. Wildfire is a unique whelp form. One of its unique traits is you get 10% of your health. As you can see, it's a golden whelp. Nothing special for abilities, but its stats are supposed to be through the roof. Which, 450 against a guarding enemy. Yeah, kind of. I'm not sure what the point of using Wildfire is. It doesn't seem like the smartest form to use outside of the, you know, showing it off trivia. We're gonna replenish our AP. Actually, I'll take this as a chance to show the current skill situation. So, we took off Disembowel because it has a terrible success rate. It's literally just wasted space. Sacrifice is literally you die, you cause everybody to drop to 1, but it's the same as that, so your success rate is kind of suspect. Can I not look at the ability? Okay, guess we won't then. But essentially, anything that's a special magic ability is going to gradually make its way to Momo, just so she can have it on hand. She's the only person other than Nina that'll have the intelligence to make somewhat decent use of magic. For everything else, there's Shadow Walk, and I'll figure out who to put Charm and Steal on later. Monopolize will just get shunted around to whoever needs power leveling. As far as what she learned naturally, Raise Dead, I think she had Might already. Ragnarok. Nothing really changed on Ray. We did pick up Thunderclap from the multi-bot. If you use lightning on it, it seems to occasionally utilize that, which is basically like a wall of fire, but for lightning. But considering that Mjolnir is the only single target lightning move that you can readily get, it has its niche utility. At this point in the game, Momo and Ray would be the best utility party. Anything technology is typically going to require Momo. In addition, like you saw with the door, she can just blast the occasional bit of wreckage. For anything that requires a bit more finesse, Ray can still pick locks. So if it's a door opening issue, these two will usually cover you. What's that? It's a long, long camera pan. Maybe if we take a closer look, we can figure it out. But, I'm gonna scour this place for items as well. We might need to examine Khadgar. He might save us some time on certain masters. But yeah, Khadgar uses the same sprite as Migas back in the Ural region. Anytime you fight an enemy with this sprite, you can usually attempt to pick up a spell or two. Whether or not it's one that's worthwhile. Okay, well, I'm not dealing with confusion. Probably could have tried stealing from it, too. Just to see. Oop. And yeah, confusion lasts after the fight ends, which is something we've already seen exhibited. Okay, I wasn't sure if you could pop that open or not. Of course, if you're confused, it reverses your controls, which is more of a teehee inconvenience than anything actually annoying. Is there anything else I need to show off for Ascension yet? I will shuffle the party around later to show all four of those off from a frontal view, but we can do that at any point. We've already seen Pygmy, so yeah, we'll just get back to naming. This is probably the fastest I have ever had Momo in a game ever. I was watching BitWizard, who we've rated on a few occasions, and he puts her under Delonzo, which part of that's from the bonus to accuracy, which combined with Artemis Cap would make her somewhat reasonably hit. And then they put Shadow Walk on her, which, considering the usual team comp for me, I'm probably not, I don't have a reason to put it on Ryu, so she does get some heavy hitting weapons, so a guaranteed crit is a pretty good tactical option. So I will, depending on how things turn out, I may have to give him credit for that idea. At the moment though, she's just a support via steel and charm, which needed somebody to learn it, so... Yeah, these are the ones that have timed blow. I think you can also learn watch enemy from them, but it's literally unmotivate, bad back, etc. It's a useless time slot skill. So, unless you're just looking to fill in the entire selection, there's no reason to. And yep, For you hears the voice of the brood, sealed in the chrism. You found the failure gene. It's mine! More seriously, the failure gene has a few uses, but generally speaking, it's not the best option ever. Even the quote-unquote fringe useful case that comes up for it, the better option does not cost much more. So it kind of just is pointless. Did we take... I don't think we took this route. We took the one on the first floor. Why are you all... I think these all have random health values. Like, I think the spawn gives you an RNG, like a last-second dice roll, and it lumps them together based on their maximum health. I think that's their gimmick. There might be more to it, but, let's... Yeah, case in point, Blitz took out 3 of them, and the 4th one's just like, yo. How much health does it have? Wow. Alright. I was thinking they capped at about 400, but that had to be 5 or 6. That said, besides the fact that they can be super chunky, I don't think that's... No, that's just the wall design. Besides the fact that they're super chunky, I don't think they have anything special about them. Could be wrong, though. Also, might as well try that. Assuming they live. They won't. See, if we fight another one that somehow managed to have question marks, then that's simply because it's in an entirely different... it's a completely different category, even though it should be the same. Okay, so... Good thing we have Mama. Uh-huh. Activating portal drive? Now where have I heard that before? Activation key. I'm not really sure. It looks like we need some kind of key. We can't do anything without it, so let's look for that first. Okay. But that door would not be open from the outside. You do need to break the window first. And Ryu finally has proper Resurrect. Pretty good level though. I will be eager to get off of Dees, if only because I don't want his defense tanking. Yeah, with speed boots, agility of 60, just saying, nothing is going to outspeed him right now. Now, I don't know if Resurrect is just a flat, full revive. I know there's no chance of failure, unlike Raise Dead, though. It looks like the same device that was in the basement of Windia Castle. So, if we use this, looks like we can go anywhere we want. Found key. Of course, unlike Windia Castle, there's actually enemies in this one. It's like some kind of machine. Maybe it has something to do with the room below? Maybe. That's a satellite dish. You know, the type of signal provider that clouds will ruin. Ha ha ha. We still do need a Swallow Eye for Hachio, though. So I am not entirely sure what I'm going to do about that. I might have to farm for one off-stream. Which, story progress, that's fine. But I could literally not do anything where we left off. You have to go through Steelgrave to even expand the area. And as you can see, Colony is required to do much, so... Activating Portal Drive. Activation key. Insert key. There we go. It's working now. Let's see. To activate the portal, align the reflectors to aim the laser into the fuse. Okay. That must be where the laser comes out. Then we use these reflectors, which are like mirrors, to reflect the beam. So it hits that fuse thing there. Got it? It's my guess that this portal drive referred to here is the machine we found that's similar to the one in the castle. But judging by the output, this portal looks like it has a lot larger range than that one. Let's give it a try. The switch to align each reflector is on the stands here. Once we've got them lined up, we'll flip this switch and the laser fires. Got it? Let's get to work. Whether or not this is right, we'll see. Hey, one and done. I wasn't sure if like one or two of them were slightly off. It seemed like it would work though. So we got the most important thing here, and I do kind of want to make as much story progress as we can. So I'll come back here off stream maybe to check for odds and ends, but we got the most important treasure from this location. Oh boy, wow. I didn't think you could get into a fight at that particular spot. Because I know the shenanigans they do with the camera. I want to be sure. Bye! Wonder where we'll end up. Wait a minute. Relay point A. Due to antenna error, this station is locked into auto-receive mode. Please check antenna before initiating transfer. Oh, honey. Where are you going now? It might have actually been faster just choose some spells. Okay. Now you'll hit. Okay. Wait a second. Honey, wait. Honey, where do you think you're going? Wait a minute. Isn't this... Hold it. If this is where I think it is... This is Steel Beach, you know, in Irken. All that work for nothing. Just as I thought. The Machine Guildsmen were surprised to see me. They wanted to know how we got in. Doesn't this just beat all? After all that trouble to get across the outer sea, we end up right back where we started. We'll never find God at this rate. Yes, it looks like we're back to square one. What should we do now? Amazing. With that portal machine, we traveled all the way back here in the blink of an eye. Maybe the world's not as big as we think it is. That's it. Portals are relics from an ancient times, from God's time. Think about it. The world must be pretty small to God. God, or the people who made the machines, rather, must have used these portals to travel around the world. In other words, you're saying that God and the machines are connected somehow? Well, I don't know for sure, but... Perhaps the machines are a gift from God? Yeah, that's it. You took the words right out of my mouth. So maybe by using the portals, we could travel right to wherever God is. First, let's check out the portal, where we just arrived. Come on. Please choose 3 party members, because the 3 you picked weren't good enough. We are going to back out and check on the masters real quick. Well, going all the way to Imitai would be annoying right now. So... we'll keep things as they are. This way we've got our Stealing Dream Team. Curse you, bolt people! This is where I would put my successful hit, if I had one. Yeah, when you get to the colony and take that teleporter, it brings you back here to the so-called freighter at Steel Beach. But it puts you behind a door that was locked. So now, even though the Bolt people are here, we are technically in a new dungeon with new enemies. Case in point, the Insector there, I believe, has some new abilities to observe. Whether or not I get it. Alright, never mind, it might just have Typhoon. I was thinking it had a move called Tornado, but maybe I'm misremembering. We'll do one more turn of examining just to see. Oh, he does have it. And I didn't see a question mark, so learnable. I'm actually not sure how chunky he is. Decently, but not super. Now, chances are that's going to be a useless ability, because if it hits everybody, that's already questionable. But if it did 0 and or missed, then that's probably a percentage move or a drop to 1. And again, those are usually terrible. Tank bots are the ones that use the transfer ability. It just moves 10 AP to your target from you. In addition, they have the sacrifice move if they are alone. Yep, Blitz is still king. There's a small diagram. West switch. Huh. So east is down, west is up, south unavailable, north is down. Oh, it's explaining what... I'm guessing there's a... Yeah, okay. So first things first, we're going to want to lift these up and get to those doors down there and that stairwell. Small diagram. Okay. Imagine this. Oh. Okay, this might actually be somewhere else. Okay, yeah, just all of these are probably explaining what the switches do, but I'm more worried about loot. And you can probably just figure out the switches by observation. Yep, Breath of Fire 3. Hello and welcome. Hope you're having an excellent evening. Another broken hourglass to use much later. There was a list of learnable abilities, right? And Ray learns Death, which we will never use. And they put Blitz at the bottom of the list, like citing that the 50% health is a terrible cost. Like it completely outweighs the skill's viability. Sounds like a skill issue, because boy is it putting in the work. Okay, I don't know where the north switch is, but we'll, rather the north platform, but we'll find it in a minute, I'm sure. Oh, hey. That actually worked. That worked out perfectly. I don't think we'll be using that because we've already got Ouroboros, but that still worked out real well. Reapers are, of course, an immediate nope, because like their predecessors, I believe they still have instant death. These might have a rare piece of female-only armor on them, unless I'm misremembering. So that is worth considering if you're in need of the stuff. It might be overleveled or overpowered for where we are, so could still be worth looking into. Did I accidentally do this completely correctly? I think we did. Oh, okay. I was just trying to open up the other doors. I might see if Tornado can be learned off-stream, but in the name of forward progress, we are just going to press on for now. Probably not going to have Zenny issues for a fair bit, though. Okay. Because the question might be there. No, you can't pick it with Ray. So... yeah, no, you need one more there. So let's see. I do believe there's only 3, right? Yeah, so we need to get to the center platform. And to do that, we're going to need to get... oh, actually, I already see it, yeah. You need the third square on a given side to be blocked. That way you can ride another platform into it at the 4th square. You'll then be, step on the next one and walk off. But then you can go back to the one that's then and the 4th square to just ride right to the middle. Case in point. As you can see, we're now lined up with the center platform. And then we just walk over to this, and done. I was about to say. Not the most secure of locks, but for a puzzle, it's okay. Okay, yeah, that just explains it to you. I mean, I think even monsters could, over time, figure a way out, assuming that's who you're trying to keep out. But yeah, announcement aside, making the best of things. Hope everybody else is making the best of their situations and having a wonderful day. Treasure? But I do think I have a decent idea of how far we'll get tonight. And we should be able to wrap a few auxiliary things up within that time. Huh. What's the point of that area if there's nothing there, though? Unless it's to show this part off, which it might have been. Steel ink, which we actually need more of. We're going to get to the point that we need to start hitting up Manillo for more. So at that point, you're going to want to find the one with the least valuable fish requirements, so probably the first one, and then go from there. Now, we do still need to check on that other door that went outside, but I think this might be the correct path. Probably leads right there to that treasure, actually. It reads, aligning the portal antenna. You want to keep reading? Sure. Change the facing of the antenna with the directional button. Look for the angle with the least amount of noise. When you find it, press the X button to end alignment. Do you want to align the antenna? Yep. I think that's perfect. Antenna alignment complete. Coil drive interactive mode engaged. So now we can do a few things with that. But we gotta make our way back down first. Probably need to heal after this one since we're dropping so low. Well, one thing's for sure. Regardless of who she ends up on, Momo's pretty fast too. It's actually kind of funny that Rei's the slowest at a given point in time. But that'll change. But, I do think, whether it be here, once things stabilize again, or on YouTube, I would like to cover the rest of the Breath of Fire series. The ones that aren't mobile games, that is. Bit late for that, but okay. What I might do is get some of the mods that I guess renovate the localization so that it's more cohesive, and apply them to the appropriate ROMs and go from there. We'll see, though. But 1, 2, 4, and the ill-fated and ill-received Dragon Quarter would all be pretty okay. I do still believe 1 has aged the worst, but it should be fine. 2's pretty solid, 4 is just not as good as 3, in my opinion. And Dragon Quarter, you need to go at it with an open mind. That said, if I was able to guarantee that I'd be good to stream, I would be open to other requests and or recommendations, but that will most likely be later. You know what, it's just 1, so... I don't believe he has any observable skills. If he does, I think I know which one, but I don't think he has any. I suppose we'll see in a minute or two. Really? 60 is not enough for an EX turn on this thing? Really? And yet Rei is able to outspeed it. Is the requirement for doubling way more than I thought it was? Okay, Magic Shard. Alright, so maybe it's not Steel, maybe it drops it, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong enemy. Oh, it has Multi-Strike. Unfortunately, Multi-Strike is not super great, but yeah, sure, you know, you can learn it from them. I don't remember if this one has Triple Blow, but Triple Blow would be a good alternative. Multi-Strike can be 1, 2, or 3. If it comes up as 2, you should have picked Double Blow. If it came up as 1, you wasted your points and your turn because the individual strikes are weaker than a normal. So Triple Blow and Double Blow are just objectively better. And there we go. Portal drive activated. Current location, relay point A. Enter destination. So colony is where we came from. Relay point B is Castle Windia. I believe that was explicitly stated on its control panel, so that's nothing new. Dragneer is one location we have not been to, as is the container yard. Now I'm going to do something very stupid and go to container yard. We might actually be safe, but I do know there's something extremely dangerous here. It just might not be something you can fight while locked up here. But notice, another piece of Chrism. For you, here's the voice of the brood sealed in the Chrism. You found the Radiance gene. For those keeping track, that leaves us with one more to get. One more and we have all the dragon genes. As for Radiance, it is an elemental gene. It's effectively the holy attribute. Portal drive activated. Current location, relay point A. So... I do think I would like to hit the other masters, because the next major chunk will be pretty beefy in between, so it would be worth doing. Unfortunately, Ski, there is no pizza gene. But first, we're going to head to relay point B. And Donna region. I already know who we're going to put Ray on, but it's going to be a little bit before that option opens up. And we need to cycle Nina into the party before we come back to Immatai. So we need to make a visit to Immatai, a visit to Dees, and a visit to Hondara. Our party for that is like this. Also, tell me you're a caster without telling me you're a caster. Just look at Nina's AP versus her HP. She needs some health. So Nina should be able to pick up at least 2 moves. Long time no see. Looks like Nina has gained a deeper understanding of my magic. As a reward, I give you this barrier, which I believe you could learn from the previous boss. On that note, how many slots does she have open? Oh, she's got plenty. And here's what she learned since last time. She now has Blizzard, which is a level 3 AoE ice ability. I want to say I know what at least one of these two is. I don't know if I'm correct on both, though. We went ahead and gave Double Blow to Gar, and he has naturally learned Kyrie, which is just a nuke undead spell. Long time no see. Looks like Nina has gained a deeper understanding of my magic. For reward, I give you this, Mind Sword. Mind Sword is a good spell for her because it apparently targets physical defense using their intelligence stat. So this gives them an alternative. And it also, well, it's cheap. and no elemental attribute. So between Magic Ball and Mind Sword, she can probably deal solid damage to one target. Okay, that was enough for 3. As a reward, I give you this. Enlighten. And I believe that's everything for Imitai. Which means we can bring her back to Dees and apprentice her there. Okay. So we will check in camp before we hit up Dees to be sure, but that should be everything that he's going to teach. So, whenever we need to go back over there, we just go to relay point A, and you can just zoom right on over. Now, because the relay points work a little differently, you can 100% warp from A to B, step off the platform and walk back in it, and then warp to wherever A is directed at. But seeing as how you will normally have it pointed back towards this one, you know, there's only so much you can do. I'll show off Blizzard if that doesn't destroy them, and then that if yeah, they're not lasting, sorry. Also, I believe it might just be the raw potency, but Restore might just be a full heal. Because his intelligence is not super high, but every time I've used it on somebody, it is just a flat to max. But yeah, if you don't feel like going through the freighter, you could take advantage of the fact that the place right outside the castle goes into Windia. That could probably actually save you time, if only because of the random battles from here in and out. There's a door inside here that we can't open no matter how hard we try. I don't know if we'll ever understand how all these machines work. Well, they won't because, well, couldn't open a door. They tried to pull when you should have pushed. So, let's be sure that Imitai is in fact complete. And he is. So, Yoto is a joke. If I put anybody on him, it's just going to be for the sake of completion. I do not know if Gar has had enough levels to master Hundara, but we're going to see in a minute. I'm going to put Nina onto Dees. And only 3 of these, and I don't remember the... I believe he's Chunky Boy. And yes, I get to make that joke because I too am chunky. He's the one that gives you an accessory, so he's the one that's objectively just don't bother with them. The other 3 offer formations, of which 2 of them are okay, but we don't need them this run, honestly. Magic, unfortunately, kind of falls off. And by falls off, I mean has already fallen off. And I think Blitz has showed exactly why that's the case. Blitz, Shadow Walk. It's still nice to have somebody with a variety of it nearby, so Nina, Momo. But more often than not, you're going to want to use buffs and heals with your magic rather than actually attacking. The reason I say that is the intelligence formation, well, not super great if you are later in the game. Yeah, come to think of it, didn't you have a woman here in the past? Huh. God is always with us. What can I help you with today? In honor of your continuing training and faith in God, I reward you with this gift. Gar learned Purify. So yeah, with that, you can actually have 3 people capable of casting the Poison Cleanse. But the reason we actually wanted to get somebody on him is... in honor of your continuing training and faith in God, I reward you with this gift. The spell he already learned naturally. Because you can get it this way, that means you can put the anti-undead skill on anybody. And it's not a bad spell to have. It's a little expensive, but it does the job. I want to say there's still one more spell. I don't remember. Yeah, there is one more spell. It's actually terrible, but might as well, right? We're already 2/3 of the way there. You can use this to travel where Dees resides. Do you want to see Dees? Well, well. What are you doing here? Did you miss me that much? You've been making progress. I suppose I should give you some kind of reward. Very well, I give you this. You learn the spell Inferno. So, Inferno's the level 3 AoE fire. We're going to put it on somebody else eventually, but for now, Nina, peace. And Nina will probably stay on her until everything's been learned. Dees teaches Inferno, Blizzard, I want to say the level 3 lightning spell, and the level 3 fire wind spell. Or level 2, since there's only 2, technically. It's minor details. But yeah, it's just going to be quicker to go this way, so we're going to head to Durandal's location, eat ourselves that way, and go from there. And on that note... we'll keep the party like this. For the moment, anyway. But we will get back to relay point A, and then we'll see what Dragnir is. So let's see if I was right. Obviously, the last thing this went to. Yep. So you can also just use it like that, and then set this one up to go where you want it to, which would be Dragnir. So you could go to Durandal's hut or anywhere connected to B, just walk into it naturally, and head to A. And then A will send you where you want to go. What an interesting wall decoration. Hey, you. Did you just leave that building? What's this? Everyone, we must celebrate. Please be at ease. Somebody's been at ease. That platter is empty. Unless that's rice in the middle, maybe? I am Griol, the patriarch of this village. All of us here are the same as you. We are all brood, Master Ryu. Do not be alarmed, Guardian. We gave up our powers and fled here during the Great War. So as not to be found by us Guardians. Hee hee hee, exactly. All in preparation for this moment. This moment? What do you mean? You will know soon enough. But for now, please rest and be at ease. O Dragon Prince and noble companions. Please eat this. This meat will restore the strength set by the desert's heat. We have been awaiting your coming, Ryu, Prince of Dragons. It has been foretold for many generations. After our defeat by our enemies, they tried to wipe us from the face of the earth. To survive, our people either had to give up their power, like we here have, or bury themselves deep, deep underground. Our brethren who hid underground, many of them entered a deep sleep after conceiving a child. They slept to await the time when one day the brood might walk the earth again. And now that day has arrived. The prince is soon to awaken. Ryu, you have come here, the forgotten city of the brood, Dragnir. Call it destiny if you will. We can tell you where to find what it is you are seeking, where to find your foe, the goddess Myria. Ryu, you must awaken to your true power, and then You must face the goddess. Ryu, are you awake? Ryu, you fell asleep after the banquet. If you're looking for your companions, they are all outside. Coming this far must have been a difficult journey. I guess you could say it was a real blitz. Hey, nice, another skill link. Look who's awake. The Brood are pretty amazing. Who would have thought they were still alive, living in a forsaken place like this? I wonder how Gar feels right about now. I mean, being in a city, surrounded by people who used to be his enemies. He's over there, looking depressed. Let's go try to cheer him up. Look, Ryu, isn't it cute? It's called a Rakta. Moof. Not to be confused with Moo, for it is not a cow. Prince of Dragons. They must have been waiting for you to come and restore the Brood to their former power. They sure are patient, aren't they? Pooh-pooh. Looks like we can use these beds to rest, but now is not the time for that. We no longer have any powers like yours, O Prince. We gave up our power that you might one day find your way here and fulfill your destiny. Are you in need of anything? So, oh wow, that's a fair jump, actually. So yeah, here's the next tier of gear. You can also buy multivitamins here. Damascus Sword is actually a pretty big jump despite everything, so we're going to go ahead and equip it on Ryu. Seeing as how Damascus Mail is still a jump, for both of them actually, we'll go ahead and grab two. Most people who can use armor will be able to equip it, but I'm just grabbing the ones that are here. And we'll get about 14 multivitamins. And 6 ammonia just because I forget to stock up on them. We've been pretty good about never needing it, but you never know. The ancient legends tell us that our saviors will come to us walking on a path of light. And now, you've come. Path of light might sound a bit goofy, but if you stop and think about it, you did get radioed here by the teleporter. So, transmission by light, just saying. You have been taught that the Guardians are our ancient enemies, but now you claim one as a friend. Are you sure he can be trusted? Once it was revered as Ladon, the dragon god, but now it is known as the god of travelers. Do you want to save? Even if they have forgotten the war, I am still the sworn enemy of every person in this village. All the people here, They're suspicious of the fact that you, Ryu, have brought me here with you. I've come with you on this trip because I have lost my faith and have come to doubt my own actions of so long ago. But I know that is not a good enough reason for all the men and women of this village to trust me. The war has not ended in the hearts and minds of these people. Well, maybe so, Gar. But what are you getting all gloomy about? Okay, so maybe. The people here want Ryu to take his power and go teach your god a thing or two. And maybe it's not so realistic to think that we can drop in on God and ask about the truth. But still, you're the one who told us to tag along if we wanted answers to our questions. You know what? You just plain think too much, you know? Anyway, it doesn't matter what the villagers here think. What's important is what Ryu thinks. Am I wrong? Ryu, the Elder wishes to meet with you. He is the eldest of us all. Of all the brood, only he remembers the Great War. Go to the well in the village center. The Elder awaits you inside, underground. So we are going to do that, but I need to do one thing first, just to save time. Also, might as well check on the fairies while we're here. But yeah, this is the other side of that area there. Could I have... Yeah, I guess you could see Dragnir from Colony. And we're not going there yet. Literally every time they ask you to pick your party members, though, they ruin your formation, it seems like. So do make sure to check that every time you get a chance to. Let's see, what do we got? Wow! All the explorers returned alive. That's a good omen, I guess. AP shells. Completely useless now, but we can sell them. Mithril helm. Outdated. Nothing. It wasn't a good omen at all. Okay, we did do this one already. Oh well. I do wish that after you've already, like, gone through this, that they'd stop asking this, but, you know, whatever. So, Merchant, Handyman. One of these will have a fishing rod, and it should be one good enough. But I accidentally put that on one we've done already, so that was a waste of those battles. And we got a rare book, so I want to go ahead and sell that while we're here. And then I think clay vase. Oh, well, that ain't worth anything anyway. So there's our current party, all tip-top and everything. The Elder is waiting for you below. Enter whenever you're ready. Just like Zelda, don't trust wells. They're always deeper than they look. And bigger. And if you recall back on session 1, I let the start menu play out. This is the mural that was there at the screen. And what this... it actually get explained, but this is actually from the first game, Breath of Fire 1. If you've played it, or, well, we'll eventually go through it in some form or another, these are the party members that allied with the then Ryu to fight the final boss. I'll give some clarifications on plot and whatnot, like at the end when we're done, like credits and everything, and we'll go from there. But I felt the need to explain that one since that has been on the title screen. You've come. Welcome, Ryu. I am the Elder, Jono. Don't let my looks fool you. I'm a nice guy. Ha ha ha. Come here, my son. My son, did you see the mural as you came in? That is the history of our people's struggle. Our people's history stretches back into the distant past, before even the Great War. It is the history of a struggle against a great recurring evil. With each age, a warrior among the brood with his allies. A warrior appears among the brood with his allies. He carries on the struggle. Against the evil that appears as a mortal, sometimes as a devil, the evil that is named Myria. Myria, the god of the Urkins, the god you are seeking. Of course, it seems that the Urkins never refer to their god, or their enemy, the Brood, by name. Speaking of the Urkins, I want to talk to your friend, the Guardian. Bring him here. You see, if you didn't have Gar in the party, you would have to leave and reassemble. Guardian. I have to hand it to you Urkins, and to Myria. When you decided to get rid of the Brood, you didn't hold back at all, did you? But you must realize one truth. As long as you refuse to speak your god's name, or the name of your enemy, no one will ever know what became of us, or why. Oh, honorable Elder One, do you hate us? Hate? There may be some among us who do, but I do not, Guardian. One cannot allow himself to be blinded by hatred or spill blood for a petty reason. What happened between the Urkin and the Brood was fate. Fate, Honorable Elder One? What do you mean, Honorable Elder One? Please tell me. Stop calling me Elder One. You're every bit as old as I am. I've had enough of talking to you. From now on, the only thing I want to see is a pretty girl. Understand? I made up my mind. I'm only going to talk to the women. I think you could maybe get away with bringing Momo, but we already brought Nina. Oh, that's better. Now listen up, little lady. I'm going to tell you about the fate of the brood and the goddess Myria. I'm listening, Grandpa. That's more like it. Good girl. Now listen close. The brood and Myria have always fought, down through the ages and all across the world. Is it because she was trying to destroy the world and the brood were trying to protect it? It's not exactly that simple, child. Think about it. That would mean the world wouldn't be here after we lost the Great War, now wouldn't it? Besides, the real danger to the world might be us brood. Our power is such that we could destroy the world, and the goddess Myria feared that strength, and decided to destroy us. But, so, does that mean Ryu is an evil dragon? No, child. Don't get ahead of yourself. We lost the war because we didn't use our power. If we had fought back with all our power, we might have indeed destroyed the world. So, you mean the brood were concerned with the fate of the world? They're not evil? Well, that's not exactly right either. I want to tell you something important, so I want you to come up next to me here. Will you do that? Like this? That's it. Now kneel down. And give me a kiss. What? Ryu, what should I do? See, this might be the localization, because I feel like Ryu would have more of an opinion than, why are you asking me and I don't care, because that's basically, this is about as uninterested as you could be here. But this feels flippant, and this feels disregarding towards their feelings, but like, take your pick, both of them are poison. Why do you ask me? Well, I don't know. Well, I got my kiss, so now I've got no regrets. It's time for me to do what I must. Ryu, come here. Ryu, you may have guessed this, but I must now face my end. And you, your fate. Are you ready for what comes next? Yes. The brood, we have waited. Waited to bequeath the true power of the brood to the one we knew would one day come. That's why we gave up our power and came to this lonely, barren place to hide that power from the prying eyes of the goddess. To fool Myria into thinking she had succeeded in eradicating the brood. I don't know if our ruse worked, but we have guarded the essence of the brood all these years, here in me. I'm ready now to give you that power. Ryu, blood of my blood. You must take the power from me, but... in order to guard against discovery by the goddess, we place special magic wards around this room. In other words, here you will be unable to use your brood powers. I will use the true power of the brood, but you, Ryu, you must depend only on yourself to defeat me. Let's go! So, this could be slightly rough if you weren't, ready or well-rounded. Or especially if, say, Nina wasn't properly leveled. But I think we're honestly pretty well off. Gar's stuff doesn't matter as much. We're going to give him protection to ice. We're just going to use some super combos here. Oh. Ooh. Well, good thing Gar moves so slow he can pick her up later. Because Ryu's so fast, we can just double up on focus and then use super combo at that point. We're not touching Last Resort for, well, obvious reasons. So bringing in Gar actually makes this pretty good since he's so slow. Nina will never have an issue of getting up in time, or rather, getting up safely. Seven hits. Ooh! Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Ooh. But he does hit hard. So, I think what I'm going to do... I will go ahead and heal Ryu. He's going to be basically our breadwinner here anyway. And then we'll super combo next normal turn. He should still outspeed. And then... Really? So, we haven't really shown this off, but you can use gear in combat. Some of them do have spells built in. Generally, that will not use up the weapon. I don't know what these two do offhand, and I'm not testing that right now, but worth keeping in mind. And we'll have Gar clean up afterward. I don't know if Nina will have an EX turn, but she should at least be safe for... safe for the turn. And yeah, there's Bad Back. I think there's one or two other Really? Okay, I didn't realize Resist would negate the healing as well. But Bad Back is just a wasted turn for him, which is good for us. One more of those will probably do it. There's Mjolnir, the level 3. Ooh! Jeez! Alright then. Unfortunately, we do not have a Thunder Ring, which would completely neuter the threat of that spell. Let's see how much Jump does, just for funsies. Before Gar does the killing blow. Really? Okay, well this might actually be a little concerning. So unfortunately, which if he gets knocked out again, okay, no, we're good. Was not counting on Mjolnir having the RNG variation to just one shot. Definitely going to need some more HP levels. Okay, so if that's the case... Okay, that... Oh, wait, yeah, it's bad, Nina. Oh, well. Whoopsie. So, I think I'm going to just super combo next round, and that should kill, even if it's only one focus. As long as we don't fudge it at like 3 or 4. And then... Also, I didn't buy all the ammonia for this fight, for the record. I just really was meaning to stock up. And yet I'm burning through them. Okay. Eight hits. That should do it. Yep. One more Dece level. Pretty good overall. Very good, Ryu. I didn't expect you to survive Mjolnir that many times. You've proven yourself to me. Very well, Ryu. I will bequeath to you the true power of the Brood. Come here. I give unto you the very essence of the Brood, the power that can shake the very foundations of the world. The power of infinity. With this power, the world is in your hands. Listen to me, Ryu. This is the power which the goddess rightly fears. It is in your hands now. Yours and your friends. Always, the warrior of the Brood has fought with his allies, his friends, and together they have defeated the goddess. But you needn't follow that path, if you so choose. Power is yours, Ryu. Do with it what you will. Farewell, Ryu. Blood of my blood. So, I think you could totally just leave and never pick this up. I don't know if there's an event flag that picking it up triggers. I would think there is. But yeah, you can just leave the room. It's not scripted. But we're going to take it. A mighty power flows into Ryu, awakening his latent power. You found the Infinity Gene, and with that, all genes are unlocked. No, only people who want the most expensive and most powerful forms grab it. Ironically, you could make an argument that you don't ever need to use the true power of the Brood in combat. I'll show what that form is shortly. It's really expensive, and while it is great statistically... Oh, hi. Hope you're doing well today. And you're correct, you actually need all 18 genes in order to awaken Ladon. But, I will be showing off the form in a bit. It is quite chunky. But hey, hope you're doing well. Welcome. We're still going to be going for a little bit, so feel free to hang out. It looks like you've discovered the power of infinity. Very well, then. Oh, actually, if he's saying that, yeah, you might have to. I'll tell you where you can find the goddess. You must leave here and travel far to the north, to the Desert of Death. Horus there will tell you more. So, before we leave, we should talk to that man Horus, right? That's right. Horus will guide you. So, you joke, Ski. The Desert of Death is the portion I mentioned way earlier. I'm going to point something out that might be localization that made that particular part a pain in my ass as a kid. The Desert of Death was actually the hard wall for me when I was little. We have all waited for this day, for the day our Savior would come and avenge us. Good luck, Ryu. We have placed our trust in you. Oh no, it didn't kill me. I just couldn't get past it. You ready to leave, then? I'll go with you as far as the desert. Let's go. Really? If that's the case, then... take this Rakta with you. We're not actually proceeding just yet. But I did need to rearrange the party. So in Ray's case, he's never going to be a real big caster, and most of his spells are actually quite cheap. Like the ones you would want to use, anyway. You put him on Bunyan to make him a bit sturdier in health, and give him a wee bit of defense. But, I looked through the list, and honestly, I know who we're leaving him on for the vast majority of his levels. Who awakens me from my rest? You, your Ryu. The time has finally come. I am the ancient dragon god Ladon. I know what it is you must do. You seek my assistance. Yes. Very well, then. I see that you have awoken the power that lies within you. You are ready to receive what I can give you. So we're going to put him under Ladon. Then I present Ray with a portion of my power. Is there anyone else who seeks it? Not yet. Farewell for now. So in order to unlock Ladon, he has one of the honestly easiest ones, because you should try to do it anyway, and that's get all 18 Dragon Genes. And the reason why he's somebody you should kind of consider before throwing anybody on is that really good agility, power, defense, even intelligence if you want to get a little bit more of that. But the biggest HP and AP penalties in the game, you're not growing much in those regards if you stick with him. Which means fall is honestly the best way you could offset anything like that, which, considering Ryu's already a bullet, and int doesn't matter at this point, if only to kick him up to above, say, 200 to 220, I would almost consider putting Ryu under falls at this point. And we might do that. So we're going to want to gear the party up real quick. So the Brood and God have always been fighting. Is it destiny? Yeah, Hachio, I neglected a Swallow Eye, and I'm going to have to farm one off stream to finish his requirements up. And I've just never went to the tree, which I could honestly go do that now, but the desert continues endlessly to the north. No matter how far you go, you won't see any signs of life. The Brood say that the goddess Maria lives beyond the desert. Another moof for good measure. I don't know who's right or what evil is. All I know is I believe in you, Ryu. Get you a girl that believes in you like Nina believes in Ryu. The fact there's a portal here means that this village has been here since the Techno Age. So the Brood must have come here around the time of the wars. Another Pusu. There may have been some Brood who hated the Urkins. He came seeking revenge. But the ones we're going to want to be using in combat right now are going to be Momo and Ray, simply because of speed and buffs. So we're mostly going to worry about Momo's equipment for now. And whatever level the main party gets up to, I'll just use Monopolize to catch the others up and also speed up Master Growth. So I do think we will take a quick trip to Genmel real quick. Honestly, Ryu's going to be fine because he's usually going to be in a dragon form for bosses. Oh, she can't use Damascus Mel. Okay, never mind. But I would kind of like to have a little more health on him. And plus, we do need to offset the defense debuff from Dees. But after that, we'll probably slap him onto Ladon as well. I do wish this was a little quicker, but honestly, you can't complain too much. But you know, since Silent Night brought it up, We'll actually pick one of those two remaining masters up right now. So I'm already going to Genmel, might as well take a brief detour for it. Probably won't do anything with them for now. But for completion's sake. Unfortunately, this master requires one of the most valuable items in the game. Which, so far, we haven't really needed them, but still. Hear a voice inside your mind. Could it be Yggdrasil? Can you hear me? Do you understand me? Ah, my head is fuzzy. I can't think straight. Do you have anything that could help me? And what he means is a wisdom fruit. You have a wisdom fruit. Thank you. Finally. I can see things clearly again. Now I can share with you part of my wisdom. You know what? A few levels not on Fall will be fine, so we'll just have Pico double up on it. So you need Pico in the party anytime you want to come to him. I'll show off the bonus stats. One of the things, though, like Pandara gives you Holy Property up, Alonso gives Accuracy up. Yggdrasil gives you a one step down on fire resistance. So, in Pico's case, if we were to bring him into a fight and something used fire on him, he's already one stage below neutral compared to the rest of the party. This puts him at 2 stages, which is almost like a full-on weak. Actually, I think that is full-on weakness. It's just not triple. Have you ever heard of Ivory Dice? Oh, you have? Really? Well then, have you ever heard of Mayumi Nakamura? Oh, you haven't? Really? I feel like that's either some contest winner or a member of staff or something. Huh? You again? What do you want? But this will help round out Ryu's health. And then we'll get a nice buff to defense as well. Okay, Ryu, you're my apprentice now. Anyone else? No. But at this point, even if we took off the speed boots, we're at a healthy 60. We'd be at a healthy 54. And I think this is as heavy as his armor and sword will be this late in the game. So, he's only going to get, faster. And of course, if he's in anything that gives a 50% speed buff, he'll probably be extraing everything. So let's take a quick look at Yggdrasil's bonuses. And yeah, the only one left is Hachio, which again, I'll get a Swallow Eye off stream or something. So, lower HP, lower power, weakness to flame, and then you get a little bonus to AP, a little bonus to defense, and some intelligence. So, I guess he's just objectively better to Migas, but at the same time, his spells aren't anything to write home about, so, So, change party members. Bring Momo back. I don't see any reason to put her under Dees. I think I'm just going to keep her under Maryleap for now. Let her get a couple more speed levels. and then bring her back to Delonzo for the accuracy up. That and Artemis cap should help keep her accurate. Because if she's going to be a support, you don't want her, like, not attacking before the enemy. We're going to press on just a little bit more. Had to relay point A. And head to Dragnir. So the upcoming area actually brings back some status, well, some statuses. A status we haven't seen since the very beginning of the game. I think the tea might be ready in a minute, so I might be stepping away for a moment. No, not death. We've already had things that can inflict death. So I'm going to save right outside. I should probably take the Midas Stone from Gar, just in case, but I think it's fine. Also, Ryu should have a new ability now. Okay, it doesn't show up here. So once again, some technology ruins. So here's the Egg Gang. They have a unique ability called Ovum, which has been used against us in the past. Egg Ring. But it's not the only egg-shaped enemy here, but it is the one that you're going to be seeing more of. Oh, gang, okay. This is more of the dudes that use Air Raid. One of the enemies here is noteworthy because you can steal power food from it. So these are the kinds of levels you're going to be seeing from Ray going forward, because he is very seldom going to get health or AP while on Ladon. But he'll be sturdy. Wisdom Seed. Honestly, putting Wisdom Seeds in treasure chests at this point is kind of a joke, because you could steal them from the tank bots and a few other things. Oh, ain't stealing from that one. Oh yeah, and of course, their damage animation shows 2 or 3 of them, like, scrambling. Literally. We have to be fighting something flying, right? Okay. Okay, it is not worth stealing from these. We'll at least see what they have, though, if we can. Since Ryu's over there just... Oh, right, so stuff to sell at the antique shop. And there it is, Ovum. And once again, Ray was the one that got turned into an egg. Like, if they had never used Ovum again in the entire game, that would have been incredible, because they just introduce a status effect for fighting a chicken. But, no, they do reuse it. Just, I believe the egg enemies are the only other ones that use it. Can't learn it, though. Hello, Beal. What is that? Oh, okay. I hope you're doing well today. Wanted to try to get these out while I could. And also to try and push this closer to completion, for reasons you know about already. Wow, I can't believe you're going to go there, Bill. Can't believe you're going to... Oh, wow. I didn't think they gave Ivory Dice. I can't believe you're going to dangle your whale status over me. Wait. Why would they be thinking that Matahari's getting a rank up? You can just go look and see what JP's, list is. But yeah, once again, Kojiro gets even better. People just need to go look at the info. It's been there for 2 years. But, I mean, fair, I guess. I believe Rockbreaker is a Pico weapon. Oh wait. Hey, that worked out. They could still use a strengthening, but yeah, they definitely need an animation update. So I believe that door is progress, and this path here going lower loops to it. So we're gonna go not there. I mean... You don't use anything that's not at least a 4-star anyway, so... Eh? Alright, to be fair, Kojiro is better, though. Don't know about Charlotte. I think that's you showing favoritism, because they operate differently. Here's some upgraded orcs. They counter about as frequently as the old ones do, but that doesn't matter. Because they're probably going to die from Blitz. Yep. Unfortunately, this is just how most fights are going to be if they're against normal enemies. So her big thing is the one-turn ignore invincibility. Kojiro gets a 3-turn sure hit. Now if it was ignore invincible, then it would just be no argument. But there you go. Matahari has 2 different defense downs, however. So again, situational usefulness. Kojiro blows Charlotte out of the water in any case that works, because he not only has killing power, but supports stuff, because he's about to get a on quick resist down when he's already got... Wow. Yeah, pretty sure you've got some bias, that's all. Okay, so that's progress. And I believe this is just haha, yeah. We're gonna leave that off. And check the rest of this dirt tunnel. And here's a new goblin enemy. So we're just gonna wait a second, because I find this interaction to be very funny. Boss Goblin has always been in charge, right? Yeah, isn't Summer Charlotte this year? And so you're gonna use influence and everything, right? Oh wait, it didn't work. Literally gets betrayed by his own kind. But Hobgoblin is the enemy that you can still, there you go, power food from. So if you needed to fix somebody's low attack stat, there you go. I mean, they're definitely the strongest goblin here. Yeah, if you were willing to spend that much time, you could actually cap everybody's attack stat. There is nothing stopping you. There's a new weapon for Gar that is still objectively weaker. Switch games with Ring? Is the Ring an accessory? That said, we're not going to just sit here and farm it, but every time it comes around, we will be attempting to steal from it. Whoa. Oh. So, kind of like a randomizer, except instead of randomizing it... Oh, oof. I don't know about that one, Chief. That sounds... painful. But I mean, hey, probably good for the views, right? Okay, now we can make progress. I have not watched GDQ in a while. Who's ZFG, or is that literally their name? Okay. So are we talking like... Okay. Are we talking like just a hack that does something with drops and items? Are we talking like, here's a new story thing that I did in OOT? Oh, so it's just a new dungeon and/or story. Okay. Yeah, let me know what you find. That could be interesting. Okay, that's mildly annoying. Okay. So, despite the fact that they just showed off that little puzzle and how it works, right? Which it'll have to wait till after this. This here cannot be traversed, period. It is a no-go. Like, they could have done anything. Same here. They could have done anything to block those two halls off, but that's what they decided to do. Okay, so it remixes the aesthetic, and it's a new story. I don't know. I would maybe be interested in trying that out myself. Like, if there's some quality in it? Oh... you know, you might be onto something there. You mean breadth of the crafting system? Oh, well, I won't say anything else then. But this is not the exit, right? Yeah. So here's the shortcut, which makes future treks through here, if you need to do them, safer. Well, I should say quicker, it's already pretty safe. Oh, so much for that. But my power food, it's gone now. Looking forward to that chunky Ryu level up coming. That said, you know me, I have my opinions on Zelda at this point, but I do hope you and others get what you're looking for in Breath of the Wild 2. I hope it ends up being good. Woo! Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take 10 HP on a level. Oh yeah, that will be a storm, alright. I hope, well, I hope nothing bad happens first off. And, hopefully you don't lose power or internet. For plenty of reasons. This turns those off, and now we have a homing bomb. Ooh. So, I mean, if you were willing to have a little bit less attack, or a lot less attack, there's some more hit up, but not worth it. So, I don't know how I feel about the Mario movie. On the one hand, I feel somewhat obligated to go look, but the titular character is the one I'm least interested in. I'm more interested in Bowser because, you know, that actually looked like the actors want to have fun with it. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is apparently going to be a thing, and I've yet to watch 2. So, I'm a little behind on movies. I'll tell you what did get apparently announced, though, that has me kind of mildly excited. Sherlock Holmes 3, which is the one with Robert Downey Jr. I thought there was 3 already, but apparently the previous one, which we thought would be the end of it, was only 2. So I'm pardon me. I'm pretty hyped for it. Assuming they don't, you know, shit the bed. I haven't heard anything one way or another, I think, about Sonic 2. Oh, was it? Okay. But, you know, I think if I would have heard something, it would have been something bad, so not hearing something means that 2 should be okay. Now, whether or not it's going to hit as good as 1 did for me, I don't know. We'll see. So we're controlling Mr. Robot. And I probably I messed up, I believe. So what I need to do is get right here. There we go. What, Momo's? It's fine. They might get her killed. I mean, there's some jokes to be made there, but it's fine. So 1... Oh, There we go. I mean, it's everything you want in a girl. Rabbit ears, red hair, huge-ass gun. Oh, we just go back and walk up on the safe route, don't we? Yeah, Bill, I know you probably haven't paid complete attention during the earlier bits when I explained stuff. She has the lowest hit rate of anybody in the party. I wouldn't know. I have not, I need to log in again. I need to, at least attempt to do more of the Beast Tribe quest, and I need to reset the timers on my houses because my login time ends soon. Uh-oh. I recently went onto the island again to reset some stuff because I knew the update. You know, they announced the coming changes, so I made sure to go in there and get some more scripts ahead of time. That should be fine. And maybe one more chest over here. Yep. Another hourglass. Oh, we are going to shred whenever we use those. But I will reset the timer on my mansions, and that means the next time I come back should be good for 6.4. Alright, so you know what? We're about to be out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and show off the final form. So, if you use just Infinity, you go Berserk. It's kind of like Ray's Were-Tiger, you will just randomly hit whatever. Very dangerous. If you use Infinity and Failure, which is only slightly more, you can control it, but all these stats are weaker. What you want to use is Infinity, Trance, and Radiance for 53 AP. To tap into the power of the Kaiser Dragon. Which, yeah, doesn't look like a big deal at the moment. Just a golden Ryu. But that's the funny bit. Oh, 1 second. I want to say it's Twitch. I don't see anything on my end. 1 second. Yeah, no, at the moment, I think it has to be Twitch, because I'm golden. Of the almost 600,000 frames, I've only dropped 11, 10. So, it must be Twitch, which is unfortunate. But, the interesting thing about the Kaiser form, you have full access to all of Ryu's moves. And in addition, you have something you're never going to use, Bone Break, which is a guaranteed crit, but has a 3-hour cooldown, and Kaiser Breath, which this is just a normal fight, and I was just showing it off, so here, have Kaiser Breath. And that's the form that was at the Angel Tower. Which, I believe that's the only breath attack in the game that is about a 1-for-1 with a little bit of variation based on your health. So, that's one of the best bang for bucks there. Mammoth is still better because of the, even at 50%, you still get 10 times your health. So, anyone can come this far. Now comes the hard part, the Desert of Death. A land of ever-changing sands, where nothing lives and from which no one returns. Bill, is my stuff still bad, or... that's what everyone said about crossing the ocean. I get the feeling that God wants to be left alone. Or Ski, for that matter, if you're still here. I don't know anything about that, but I do know the goddess lives beyond the desert. Oh hey, caps lock. Okay, thank you for the update. But I do know the goddess lives beyond the desert. I was asking if, have you noticed any... well, don't worry, I got my answer already, you're good. You must cross the desert. I'll tell you how to survive long enough to get there. Ask me anything. What do you want to know about? Walking in the desert. This is very important. Listen carefully. About directions. You can find your way in the desert by looking at the stars. This is the North Star. It always appears in the north and never moves. If you follow it, you're headed due north. This one's the false North Star. It sometimes appears at different heights depending on the day. It can fool you. Be careful not to mix it up with the real North Star. And this one is the Evening Star. It always appears in the west, but not always at the same height and in the same place. If you're in the center of the desert, it'll be due west. If you lose track of where you are in the desert, you're done for. Make sure you keep your eyes on the stars. One thing you need to be careful about is after breaking camp or a battle, make sure you check what direction you're facing. If you forget, you could end up in a lot of trouble. Anything else you want to know? About leaving the desert. Here's how to get out of the desert. First, follow the North Star to the north. Then, when you can see the Evening Star directly to the west, head east. I'm putting emphasis on this part right here because I am going to show one thing before we wrap up. So when the star is directly west, head east. Keep going east until you can no longer see the Evening Star, and then head north again. After walking north for 3 nights or so, you should be able to see the oasis. I'll write this down for you so you can look it up later. Anything else you want to know? So the rest of it doesn't quite matter, but, I'll go ahead and do it for covering it. Naturally, as you move through the desert, time passes. One day is 24 hours, a 12-hour day and a 12-hour night. You can keep track of time by counting your steps. You'll walk about 40 steps in an hour. Since you'll only waste energy moving during the day, you should move at night when it's cooler. And that's enough for now. I'll be waiting here. I think that's all the information. Alright, water. As you walk in the desert, your body will slowly lose water, and your throat will become dry every so often. If you don't drink any water and keep walking, longer than 30 minutes when this happens, you run the risk of permanently damaging your body. Just so you know, 30 minutes is about 20 steps or so. Anything else you want to know? Camping in the desert. You just spend about 12 hours or so camping, so if you camp at daybreak, it'll be night when you start walking again. If you camp at dusk, when you break camp, it'll be morning. Anything else you want to know about? The Rakta. Go ahead and take this Rakta with you. If you get lost in the desert, use the Rakta. It'll bring you back here without fail. Anything else? The goddess Myria. The people of Dragnir believe that you're going to strike down the goddess, put an end to her madness. Me? I don't care what happens. I've I harbor no hatred for anyone. Do whatever you think is best. Anything else you want to know about? And there we go. Alright then. So that's everything he will tell you here. If you follow the directions he gives you here, everything's fine. Get water? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Rakta is your best friend in the desert. If you get lost, you can use him to get back. So, I just want to show this one thing off. We will pick up right here next time. Whenever next time ends up being. But I feel the need to show something. He said go north until the evening star is dead west, then go east. Are you leaving already? Go into the desert? Wait until night. Yeah, this is the part of the game that acted as a wall for me as a kid. You get to navigate the desert, and it's pretty long. But what's important here this note. He says he writes you a note. It tells how to get to the oasis. Do you want to read it? Yes. Follow the North Star to the north. Then when you can see the evening star directly to the west, head west. This screwed with me so much as a kid. I don't know if it's a localization error. It could be. Somebody could have made an oopsie and then whoops, it's just like that. Or maybe this is actually some, like plot detail. Maybe Horus is like, nah, y'all don't need to go and fight the goddess. I'm just give you the wrong directions. I don't know. But this detail right here screwed with me so much as a kid and made this the hard wall for progression. And then the rest of the details are basically the same. So for that reason, I'm going to lean towards it being a localization error. But yeah, it was... You gotta remember, Beal, I played this back when I was little. Like, that was before, hell, we didn't have a computer in the house that was, like, internet worthy for, like, till 05, I think. So you couldn't just Google the solution back then. But yeah, that messed with me super hard. If we camp at night and walk during the day, we won't be able to see the stars and we'll get lost. Don't this just beat all? Everywhere you look, sand. How are you supposed to know which way you're going in this? You just waste energy walking in the day, you know. A little better at night. No way you're getting me out there in the daytime. Usu. So yeah. I don't want to start this and stop midway. So this is where I will call this session. Whenever we get a chance to stream again and Breath of Fire 3 is on the menu, we will pick up with and go through the entirety of the Desert of Death. But I wanted to be sure to include that note before that because I promised one person I would bring it up. I don't think they're here right now. But that messed with me so much as a kid, and I will bitch about it every time that it becomes relevant. So you get to know, be aware of that, and deal with it yourselves. Again, as I said before, though, no idea what the streaming schedule will be like for the immediate future. I will try to stream one more time tonight if everything works out, and that will be Underrail, which is also needing to get wrapped up. With any luck, if I can get 1 or 2 more good stream days in the near-ish future, we can wrap this up. and I will focus all of my stream efforts on Underrail to get it out of the way. After that, it might shift mostly to YouTube for a bit until things work out for me. But my OCD demands that I finish these on stream to the best of my ability. Pardon me. So, until next time, take care of yourselves. I thank you for coming. And be sure to subscribe over on the YouTube if you want to keep track of stuff if these streaming bits don't work out for a while. I will try to wrap this up on stream. We'll see how many more sessions it takes. I'll try to do as much as I can off stream once we get past the desert. For everything else, we're going to play it. We're going to play it, sound it out, and test it as we go. But thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful evening. I would raid, but I think we're just going to call it here. So, pull up the appropriate things. Y'all take it easy, and hopefully I'll see you for Underrail in a few hours. And if not, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. Do your best. Good night.